Hello, it is Wednesday, November 11th, and it is 11:12 p.m. So I'm going to try as hard as I can to do this all in one take and not have to cut anything. That would be really, really nice. My hair looks so good today. Um, okay, let's start. Your books, I'm really not surprised. I was very close to putting 4 in instead of 1. Maybe I did. Or maybe that's the one. No, 4 I did put in. But I also put in 1. I meant 3 instead of 1. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Whatever. My question. I actually would be kind of surprised if I told you at some point. Basically, the story is I used to be an avid Radio Disney listener. I listened to it every night before I went to bed. And about the time that Hamster Dance was really popular, on that station, about the second most popular song on that station was All Star by Smash Mouth. I loved that song. I listened to it every single day. I had one of those little whatever they were, those little microchip stereos. I don't even know if they had those by the time you were my age when I got mine. Like, they were very quickly there and gone. They were a terrible idea. But it was basically this little thing. You put in a chip, and there were different chips for different songs, but didn't have the whole song, but you could play like the clip of it, and you just felt so cool. And all I had was a Smash Mouth clip of All Star. I didn't have any other songs. My parents refused to buy me one. They bought me the thing that came with All Star, and they didn't buy me any more. But yeah, they were lame. I don't know why I had one. Besides that, I was in love with that song. But I loved that song. It was my favorite song for at least through middle school. I think it was probably right at the beginning of high school that I stopped listening to that song, or stopped liking it so much. Now I'm just like, whatever. I don't even really get the meaning of the song. I just enjoyed listening to it, and it was fun to sing along to. This is not my room. This is the lounge of my floor. Silver's in my room, and I always feel weird trying to do a vlog while he's in there, so I just go somewhere else. And this is usually the easiest place because normally people don't come in here. But apparently somebody's watching a basketball game. Anyway, your question. I kind of feel the same way that you felt about mine, where I know that I've heard you tell me at some point, but I just can't remember for my life. I mean, there are plenty of possibilities. I mean, really? It's Shakespeare. I mean, it could be something like Midsummer Night's Dream, or it could be something like Romeo and Juliet. It could be something like, I don't know, everything. Like, I'm really having trouble with this one. But I'm just going to go ahead and guess, and I'm going to say Midsummer Night's Dream. I won't be shocked nor surprised if I get it wrong. Oh man, I really meant to bring my English paper in here. You remember how I told you that my English grade is divided up into 4 quarters. 3 quarters are a paper, a paper, a paper. And then the last is participation and these little daily assignments. And I got a paper back, and guess what I got? I got an A+. I was so excited. Oh, I was flipping out. Like, I was really nervous as I was getting it back because of the things she said. Because, like, she had these individual conferences with us on our papers. And my paper, it took her, the conference was supposed to last 20 minutes. She was struggling to fill up 6 to talk to me. She was like, all your grammar mistakes, I know it's because, you just, I don't know, you're having an off day. I know that you'll fix them. And so I'm really not worried about that. And your content is just spectacular. I mean, you really nailed the topic on the head, because the topic was a social issue in Houston, and I was the only one that picked something that's only relevant to Houston, because only Houston has Cypress Fairbanks Independent School District. And I wrote about the bus policy. And she keeps suggesting that I send it off to somebody, like offer it to like Jersey Village newspaper to put in as an op-ed piece, or like offer it to the Chronicle or like send it out to parents in our district or send it to the district. And I'm like, okay, people have already been trying to do stuff about this, whatever. But anyway, I got an A plus, and she liked my paper so much that she asked if she could keep it. So she had me email her another copy of it for her to have. So because she really likes using other people's other students' works to show other students later, because it's best for them to see another student's writing. But our next one's a personal narrative, and my last paper was an A. This one's an A plus, and the little practice personal narrative that we did that was like a page and a half long, she thought mine was really good. We had to write about a place in Houston, an experience we had there, and because I had just eaten at the Moody Towers dining hall and had a very crappy experience, I wrote about it. I was like, it started like this: dine in or take out, said the lady behind the cash register angrily. Dine in, please, I said as politely as I can muster. And then I went on to say, like, I see other students surrounding me with the same pickle that I'm in, where they have already paid for meals, so that's why they're eating here, because it's crappy food. And they don't want to be eating here, but their parents already paid for it. And I basically went on to talk about, oh, so I go to get chicken, but it's just actually a lump of fat. I go to get a hamburger, but it's actually a layer of igneous rock next to a puddle of grease with pieces of cardboard floating in it labeled French fries. I go over to the pizza, but they accidentally put on a circle of sheetrock with something masquerading as pizza sauce, 3 bits of shredded cheese, and grease bloated pepperonis. And I just went on and I talked about how everything was crappy and how sometimes I end up eating a bowl of cereal. And that's it. And then like a glass of water. And I feel bad. But sometimes that's all that's edible. But she really liked it. Like, she sent me an email correcting, and she was like, there's nothing to correct. You wrote it really well. Like, I'm not worried about you for this next paper. But yeah, it's a personal narrative. I'm writing about my experience to get to Grand Nationals with FR4. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be really good. I'm kind of worried about keeping it down to 5 pages because it was a year-long experience. So, anyway, 7 minutes, 35 seconds. Okay. I need to think of a question quickly. What? Ooh, here's a good one. Okay. What was the first R-rated movie that I saw in theaters after I turned 17? Since you're going to be right around the corner there. First movie I watched in theaters after I turned 17 that was rated R. I'm pretty sure I remember the right one. That would suck if I accidentally did the wrong one and you already knew which one was right. But anyway, oh god, 8 minutes 15. This is like the longest one ever because I'm not cutting any of this out. So, that sucks. I hope that your week has been good. I'm really excited to find out your PSAT scores when they come in. I'm sure that you did an amazing job. I know that you're smart, and I'm sure you did well. So before it gets to 9 minutes, I will just say, stay in school, don't do drugs.